Hello students, in today's class we are going to learn about work energy and power NCERT section 5.9 and example 5.8. Disclaimer: the images, text and other materials used in our presentations are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you are the owner and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the content immediately. Please note that parts of the content may have been generated using generative AI, which is experimental. Learning objective. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand the concepts of potential energy of a spring, Hooke's law, and work done by spring. So in today's class, we will cover 5.9, the potential energy of a spring, then example 5.8. So topic is the potential energy of a spring. So let's begin with the definition. The potential energy of a spring is the energy stored in it due to its deformation, either by stretching or compressing it from its natural unstretched length. Now here question arises, why does a spring stored energy? We have a spring, and why does a spring stored energy? Now imagine you take a spring and stretch like this. The spring pulls back, that's called the restoring force. You had to do work to stretch the spring. That work gets stored in the spring as a potential energy. So basically, whenever you stretch or compress a spring, you are storing energy in it. That's why we called the energy storing in it is potential energy. Hooke's law. So according to Hooke's law, the force exerted by the spring Fs, called the spring force. Here, when we stretched the spring, so if we stretch the spring in forward direction, so the spring wants come to its initial position, and the force that is acting here opposite direction, or we can say in backward direction, is spring force, and that is proportional to displacement x from the equilibrium position and is directed opposite to the displacement. It means we can say Fs spring force is equal to minus kx. From this relation, it is clear that force is directly proportional to displacement. It means here force is a function of displacement, or this force, this spring force, is a variable force. And negative sign tell us that the force is the opposite direction of displacement. If the displacement having in right direction, so the force will be acting in opposite direction of the displacement, and vice versa. K is the spring constant or force constant here. This is the unit of spring constant, Newton per meter. The displacement could be either positive when we stretch the spring, and the displacement could be either positive when we stretch in forward direction, or negative when we compress the spring, as shown in figure 5.7b and 5.7c. Now we will learn work done by spring. So let us consider a block. We have a block, and this block is attached to a spring and resting on a smooth horizontal surface. Smooth horizontal surface means the surface is a frictionless. Frictional force is 0. Other end of the spring is attached to a rigid ball. Look at here. The other end is attached to a rigid ball. We pull the block outwards, or we can say in forward direction, as shown in the figure 5.7b. So displacement is x from the mean position, and work done by the spring force can be calculated as Ws is equal to integration limit 0 to xm fs dx. We know work done is force into displacement. So here the displacement is from from x is equal to 0 to xm, 0 to mean position. So work done by the spring force is Ws is equal to integration 0 to xm, and here fs is minus ks. So just substitute the value of fs, you will be get relation, you will be get the ws. So ws is equal to minus k, here k is a constant, so comes outside. The remaining term is integration 0 to xm x dx. Now we will solve the integration of x dx. So it will be the integration of x dx is x square divided by 2, and lower limit is 0 and upper limit is xm. So solving this, you will be get ws is equal to minus 1 by 2 k x square m minus 0. So work done by the spring force is ws is equal to minus kx square m divided by 2. So this is important formula. Clear? Now we have a work done by a spring force, which is ws is equal to minus kx square m divided by 2. So this equation work done by the spring force we can also obtain by considering the area of the triangle. So we have a graphical representation. On y-axis there is a force and x-axis displacement. So this triangle OAB, the shaded region, the area of the shaded region is the work done by the spring force. Ws is equal to minus kx square m divided by 2. Work done by external force. Now we have a situation, a spring, the initial position x is equal to 0. When we applied external force in forward direction, or we can say when we stretched towards forward direction, so when we applied force, or we can say when we applied external force, so in that case the work done is equal to kx squared divided by 2. Here work done is positive because the applied force and the displacement both have in same direction. If the direction is the same, so we can say here work done is positive. work done by the spring force Ws as the block moves from initial position xi to final position xf. So here the initial position of the spring is xi. After some time, when we applied force, the initial position will be changed. So we can say the here spring displaced and the position is xf. This is the final position of the spring. Now in this situation, what will be the work done from initial position xi to final position xf? So in that case, we just put the lower limit and upper limit of the position. So here lower limit is xi and upper limit is xf. So the work done is Ws is equal to integration xi to xf fs ds. Here fs is the spring force, not is the external applied force. fs is the spring force. So from the Hooke's law, we know spring force is equal to minus kx, because when we applied external force, so spring move back and forth motion. So just substitute the value of fs, you will be get Ws is equal to integration xi to xf minus kx dx. Now the remaining term is simple mathematical terms. So when we use mathematics here, we will get the Ws. So Ws is equal to minus k integration xi xf x dx. Here k is the constant, so comes outside. Now we will integrate x dx. So solving for Ws, so integration of x dx is x square divided by 2. Lower limit is xi, or we can say lower position is xi and upper position is xf. From xi to xf, spring changes position, initial position to final position when we applied some force. So it will be 1 by 2 k xf square minus xi square. The work done by the spring force depends only on the endpoints. The spring force is a conservative force. Here, the important point is this: work done by the spring force depends on endpoints. It means what? It means if the initial point, or we can say initial position of the spring and the final position of the spring, if both are the same, in that case, work done will be 0. Here, applied force is a conservative force. It means spring force is a conservative force, or we know conservative forces depends on initial and final position. It does not depend on path. It depends on initial and final position. So we can say work done by the spring force depends on endpoints. Clear? If xf and xi, it means final position and initial position is same. In that case, work done by the spring force will be 0, because the initial and final position is same. Now, let's see one example where initial position and final position is same. It means initial position and final position is same. So if the block is pulled from xi and allowed to return back to initial position xi, in that case the work done will be 0. So let's see mathematically. So we know the mathematical term to calculate the work done by a spring force, that is Ws is equal to integration xi to final position. But in this case, initial position and final position both will be same. So lower limit and upper limit both is same. Xi to xi, fs dx. Or we know fs is here is the spring force, which is equal to minus kx. So just substitute the value of fs, you will be get the work done by the spring force is equal to integration xi to xi minus kx dx. Now solve integration. So it will be Ws is equal to minus k integration xi to xi x dx. So when we solving this integration, we will get the Ws. So solving for Ws, it will be Ws is equal to minus k x square divided by 2 xi to xi. Now just put the value of initial limit and final limit in the in x square. So it will be minus 1 by 2 x minus 1 by 2 k xi square minus xi square. So answer will be what? Answer will be 0. Yes or no? Because here initial position and final position both will be same. So if the initial position and final position is same, so we can say the work done by the spring force should be 0. So Ws is equal to 0. If we talk about the initial position and final position, both will be different. In that case, Ws is equal to minus kx square divided by 2. Yes or no? And if the initial position and final position is same, so in that case, Ws is equal to 0. So work done by the spring force in a closed loop is 0. If we have a closed loop, it means initial position and final position is same. So we can say work done is 0. Clear? The change in potential energy of the spring is delta V is equal to minus Ws. We know change in potential is equal to negative of work done. So here change in potential energy means final potential minus initial potential. It means what? It means the potential at final position, that is here final position is xf. So potential at xf is v of xf, and potential at initial position, that is v of xi. So this shows the change in potential, and this change in potential is equal to 1 by 2 k xf square minus xi square. This is the change in position. Xf square minus xi square is the change in position. So if we set the potential energy at equilibrium position to 0, so v is equal to 0. In that case, the potential energy for a displacement x is v of x is equal to 1 by 2 kx square. So this is the formula to calculate the potential energy of a spring, 1 by 2 kx square, and this is very important, 1 by 2 kx square. If the block is pulled to a position xm and released, it oscillates back and forth. It means we have a block, the initial position x is equal to 0. When we applied a force and when we applied a force and released the block, so in that case this block oscillates back and forth motion from the mean position, back and forth motion. So this is the oscillation of the block. The total mechanical energy E of the spring mass system is conserved. Total mechanical energy means sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. So in that case, or we can say in this case, when a block when we pulled the block, so it oscillates back and forth. So the mechanical energy of the system is conserved. So it will be E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So total energy, or we can say total mechanical energy, is potential energy, that is half mv square, and kinetic energy of the spring, that is half kx square. Here k is the spring constant. Clear? So if we talk about the extreme positions, so in that case x is equal to plus minus xm. So at extreme position, the velocity of the block is 0. So the total mechanical energy is half mv square. Here the velocity is 0 at maximum extreme position. So v is equal to 0 plus 1 by 2 k xm square. So the total mechanical energy at extreme position, so it will be half k xm half k xm square. At the equilibrium position, x is equal to 0, the speed is maximum. So we can say E is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Here this is the Vm means velocity, speed at maximum at equilibrium position. So E is equal to 1 by 2 m Vm square plus 1 by 2 k. 0 means here position is 0. So it will be 0. So total mechanical energy is E is equal to 1 by 2 m Vm square. It means if we talk about the extreme position, in that case the total mechanical energy is half kx square. Yes or no? And if we talk about the at the equilibrium position, in that case the total mechanical energy is equal to half mv square m. So this is the energy of the system at extreme position and at equilibrium position. So equilibrium position means x is equal to 0 and extreme position means here this block here, and when this block is displaced x, so this is the extreme position. Here the velocity is 0. Conservation of energy. You know, conservation of energy means energy neither be created nor be destroyed, only transformed one form to another form. So here the parabolic plot of the potential energy V and kinetic energy K of a block attached to a spring, and spring always Hooke's law. There are two plots and both are complementary. One is the decreasing as the other is the increasing. So we know total energy is conserved kinetic energy plus potential energy. So from energy conservation, total energy is conserved, so it will be 1 by 2 mv square m is equal to 1 by kx square m. So from this plot, if we talk about the extreme position, suppose here at this position, so energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So when we solving this term, we will get Vm is equal to under root k by m xm. So this is the speed of the block. So now the kinetic energy gets converted to potential energy and vice versa. However, the total mechanical energy is remain conserved. So this is the energy versus displacement. So at x is equal to 0, listen carefully. At x is equal to 0, the kinetic energy is what? Maximum, and potential energy is 0. So at any intermediate point x, the speed v is 1 by 2 mv square plus 1 by 2 kx square is equal to 1 by 2 kx square m. So when we solving this, so the speed is v is equal to under root k by m xm square minus x square. Yes. So at extreme position, velocity is 0. So kinetic energy will be 0. At equilibrium position, x is equal to 0, so potential energy is 0. So this is the speed at any intermediate point. Example 5.8. To simulate car accidents, auto manufacturers study the collisions of moving cars with mounted springs of different springs constants. Consider a typical simulation with a car of mass 1000 kg moving with a speed 18 km per hour on a smooth road and colliding with a horizontal mounted spring of spring constant 5.25 into 10 raised to the power 3 Newton per meter. What is the maximum compression of the spring? So in this question you have to find out the maximum compression. Please read question carefully and think about it. Let's see the solution of this question. To simulate car accidents, auto manufacturers study the collisions of moving cars with mounted springs of different spring constants. Here, we have to find out the maximum compression of the spring. Solution: given mass of a car m is equal to 1000 kg, initial velocity v is equal to 18 km per hour. Here velocity is given in kilometer per hour. We need to convert it in meter per second. So just multiply it by 5 by 18. So it will be 5 meter per second. Spring constant k is equal to 5.25 into 10 raised to the power 3 Newton per meter. And initial compression is 0. Clear? So at maximum compression, if we talk about at maximum compression, in that case, kinetic energy of car is converted entirely into potential energy at maximum compression. Because at maximum compression, velocity is 0. So kinetic energy is converted into potential energy. So initial energy, that is only kinetic energy. So it will be EI is equal to half mv square. Now let's see the final kinetic energy. So final energy, that is only potential energy. Final energy, that is only potential energy. So it will be EF is equal to half kx square maximum, because there is a case of compression. So xm is the maximum compression. So now using the kinetic energy and potential energy equation, we will find the answer. So by conservation of energy, initial energy is equal to final energy, or we can say total mechanical energy. Initial total mechanical energy is equal to final mechanical energy. Yes or no? So initial energy is half mv square, uh, and final energy is half kx square mx. This is due to for compression. So now 1/2 cancel out. Here the remaining term is mv square is equal to kx square. So x square max is equal to mv square by k. Clear? Now solving for maximum x max. So it will be x max is equal to under root mv square by k. So substituting the values, you will be get x max is equal to under root 1000 into square of 5 square of 5 and divided by spring constant, that is 5.25 into 10 raised to the power 3. So now we will solving this. So solving for x max, so it will be x max is equal to under root 25,000 divided by 5250. So it will be under root 4.76. So the x max is equal to 2.18. Here x max is the spring compression, or we can say maximum compression by the spring, that is 2.18 meters. Clear? Summary. Hooke's law states that spring force is proportional to displacement. F is equal to minus kx. Potential energy of a spring, U is equal to 1/2 kx square. Spring force is conservative, meaning work is path independent. And work done by spring, W is equal to minus delta U is equal to minus 1/2 into k x2 square minus x1 square. And area under force versus displacement graph gives the work done, that is integration x1 to x2 f dx. And negative sign in Hooke's law indicates force opposes displacement. Now we have some practice questions for you. A spring has a spring constant k is equal to 100 Newton per meter. How much force is needed to stretch it by 0.2 meter? Second question, calculate the potential energy stored in a spring with k is equal to 50 Newton per meter when compressed by 0.1 meter. Third, if a spring is stretched by 0.3 meter by a force of 15 Newton, what is its spring constant? Find the work done in stretching a spring from x is equal to 0.1 meter to x is equal to 0.3 meter if k is equal to 200 Newton per meter. And a spring with k is equal to 75 Newton per meter is stretched by 0.4 meter. Calculate both force exerted and potential energy stored. Clear? So this is the practice questions for you. Thank you for your attention. Now we will solve DPP questions. So question is, a spring with spring constant k is compressed by x. The potential energy stored in this spring is what? So here you have to find out the potential energy stored in this spring is what? Yes. Potential energy is equal to 1/2 kx square. Here k is spring constant and x is displacement. So which one is correct? This one. Yes or no? Next question. A block of mass m attached to a spring oscillates with maximum speed Vm. The spring constant is K. The maximum compression of the spring from equilibrium is what? So here you have to find out the maximum compression. Please solve. Which one is correct? Third question. When a spring is stretched from initial position xi to final position xf, the work done by the spring force is what? So here you have to find out the work done. Work done by the spring force is what? So we know formula of the work done. W is equal to integration xi to xf f dx, and f is equal to minus kx, and just substitute the value of work done in this formula. You will be get W is equal to 1 by 2 k xi square minus xf square. Yes or no? Just put the value of f here and integrate. A car collides with spring and compresses it. If friction is present compared to the non-friction case, the maximum compression of the spring will be what? Greater, smaller, the same, depends on the sign of friction. So if we talk about the friction dissipates energy as a heat. Thus, the total energy available to compress the spring is reduced, leading to smaller maximum compression compared to frictionless case. So smaller or greater? Smaller. Next question. The total mechanical energy E of a block spring system undergoing simple harmonic motion is what? Always zero at equilibrium, constant and equal to 1 by 2 km xm square. Maximum when the block is at maximum displacement proportional to the velocity. So which one is correct? Please solve. You have a 1 minute. Yes. Which one is correct? In the absence of non-conservative forces, the total mechanical energy is 1 by 2 k x square m. Yes or no? And this is remains constant, and mechanical energy oscillates between potential and in the form of potential and kinetic energy. So which one is correct? 1 by 2 kxm square. Clear? Now save and submit. So these are the solutions. Spring with spring constant k compressed by x. The total potential energy stored in the spring is 1 by 2 kx square. This one. V of x is the potential energy of a spring that is given by 1 by 2 x square. And second one, a block of mass m attached to a spring oscillates with a maximum speed Vm and spring constant is k. The maximum compression of the spring from equilibrium is what? So from this relation, energy conservation, half mvm square is equal to half kxm square. So when we solving this energy conservation equation, you will be get xm is equal to vm under root m by k. So all are given in A, B, C. So all of the above. Third one, when a spring is stretched from xi to xf, the work done by the spring force is what? This one. You know, W is equal to what? Integration. W is equal to integration xi to xf f dx. F dx. or f is equal to minus kx. So put here, you will be get xi to xf, f is equal to minus kx dx. So it will be, k comes outside, so integration xi to xf x dx. So integration of x dx is x square by 2 integration xi to xf. So put the value, you will be get minus k by 2 xf square minus xi square. So solving this, you will be get 1 by 2 kxi square minus kxi square minus xf square. So which one is correct? C. Clear? Fourth one. A car collides with a spring and compresses it. If the friction is present compared to the no friction case, the maximum compression of the spring will be smaller. And this is the solution. Friction dissipates energy as a heat. So we can say total energy available to compress the spring is reduced, leading to smaller maximum compression compared to frictionless case. And fifth one, total mechanical energy E of a block spring system undergoing simple harmonic motion. So it is constant and equal to 1 by 2 kxm square. So these are the solutions. Clear? Thank you.